Good morning, everyone. For the first portion of this video, I will be going through the glowing mahogany technique on my lovely client, Angela. Hi, so as you can see, my client Angela, her natural is more of a 7A, and she is normally a single retouch all over. At her roots, she is usually a 7K with RR mix and 10 volume and top chic, and then through her mid shafts to her ends, she's a 7KG and 7RO in color-ons. So our goal for Angela today is to make her a little bit more striking, powerful, and maybe sexy, but in a mysterious way. Alright, so for our glowing mahogany technique service, we have 4 different sections, but we will be using 3 different formulas on the head. As you can see, we have a bigger section throughout the back, and we have 2 on the side that are even, as well as a bigger one on the top. I will be starting from the back, and I will be working my way to the sides, and then lastly to the top. Don't be afraid to use foils to be able to separate the sections and to prevent from any bleeding or staining. Alright, so as you can see with our Goldwell standards, we always have our tray set up. In our tray setup, we have our towels, we have plenty of cotton, we have our Goldwell timer, we have our clips and our combs, we always have gloves when working with color, we always have a scale, we have our equalizing spray for color-ons, and we have our stain and color remover. And lastly, whenever working with color, we always put on our Goldwell cape. Alright, so with our glowing mahogany technique, now what we are going to be doing is working from the back section first. I'm going to be outlining the section, then starting from the top and working my way down, doing a retouch of KB at 7 in Illumin, and then through our mid shaft and ends, which I'll be working from the nape up, I'm going to be using KK at all. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to be using a few Illumin papers in the process. And because Angela has a lot of hair, I am going to be taking this one big back section and actually making it 2 so that I have a cleaner color outcome. So as you can see, I'm just outlining our section with our 7 KB.
And you know, it's kind of like an interview process each time. They want to make sure that people are the right people. Sounded very intense. Yeah, I was like, ooh, I'm not cut out for that. Yeah, I mean, she's only been there a week, so things are going to change. I think it's good because we get to meet a lot of different people.
Alright, so now we're on to our side sections where we have this section and the equal section is on the opposite side. We are going to be using one of the new illuminated reds, which is a 7R at RR with 10 volume. So this should be fun. Alright, so I'm going to be outlining, and since it's a new color, We are both, Angela and I, are excited to see the outcome. All right, so now we're on to our last step, our last section, where I will be using a 7 kg with 10 volume in Tapchiq, and then I'm going to apply that. We'll let that process for 30 minutes, and we will be back with our final outcome. All right, so we are at the end of our glowing mahogany service. I think everything turned out beautifully. We have our 7RR at RR, which was really fun, new and really fun. We have our 7 kg through the top, and then through the back we have our KK at all. So everything is stunning. And Angela, how do you feel?
I love it.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the second portion of my video. Let's get right into one of our new color lines, which is called our At Illuminated Red Shades. Here are your At Illuminated Red Shades, which are in both Tapchiq and Color-Ons. You have your 5B at BK, your 6K at KK, your 7O at GK, your 7RR at RR, your 6RR at PK, your 4R at VR, and your 8SB at PK. Along with your illuminated red shades, you also have your two new at illuminated naturals, which is your 8N at GK and your 4N at KK. These two illuminated naturals also come in Cover Plus. With these illuminated naturals, you have a new technology, which is your At Illuminated technology. What this technology is going to do is give you a higher, more intense, brighter shine sitting on the outer core, as well as a long durability and performance to make your color look better than ever. For this Reds collection, you have your Reds Collection Service Manual. In this manual, you will find 4 different services that you can perform depending on whether you would like a cool red to all the way to a warm red to more of a mahogany tone red. The nice thing about the service manual is it's going to help give you formulas. It's going to pick apart the part of the head so that you can see how to perform the service exactly, and if you have any questions, to use the Goldwell app and make the head 3D to make it a little bit easier on you. Next we have your Tapchiq effects. I'm very excited to have our Tapchiq effects back. It's been a long time. So you have your K effects, your KR effects, your R effects, your RV effects, and your VR effects. With these are always going to be a mixing ratio of 2 to 1, 2 parts developer to 1 part color. They have an excellent little chart right here to show you whether you're performing your effects colors on your natural hair tone or on pre-colored or colored hair. So you can use anywhere from levels 2 through 7. And then it'll show you actually in this chart what to use for a developer to get your outcome. And finally, let's talk about Bond Pro. Bond Pro has 2 steps. Your first step is your protection serum. You are going to put this protection serum in any of your chemical services as you're mixing. So the mixing may be a little bit different depending on what chemical service you're performing, but just read the directions, very easy to follow. So after your chemical service has been processed, you are going on to your next step, step 2, which is your nourishing fortifier. In your nourishing fortifier, you will use this after you rinse out your chemical service, always before you shampoo. So then you apply this and then you can shampoo. And personally, my favorite part about Bond Pro is that you can use it with any chemical service, whether you're lightening, whether you're just using color, or even using it on perms, leaving you always with superior results. All right, so today in closing, I would just like to go over what we've learned today. So this morning we had my client Angela. We used the glowing mahogany technique out of the service collection. And then I taught you about the illuminated red shades. There's 7 new shades and 2 new shades that are in illuminated naturals. And your 7 new shades in the illuminated red shades are in both Top Chic and Color-Ons, and your illuminated naturals, there's 2 of them that are in Top Chic and Cover Plus. Your service collection to help inspire you and get some ideas on how to use our stunning new red tones. And then we have our newly brought back Top Chic Effects. There are 5 new stunning colors, whether it's on natural hair and colored hair, to give you some new shine and vibrancy to your fall look. And finally, your Bond Pro. With your Bond Pro, this is a new product that you can use in any chemical service to help protect, strengthen, and nourish your hair.